Hey everybody, I'm Evan,
And I'm Missy.
and today we are going to be counting down my top 10 Gen Con releases that I'm most looking forward to. I've got a couple of honorable mentions, and then she has a couple of picks way at the end.
Hmm.
Um, the thing with these lists is I never know exactly what's coming out. I primarily used the Board Game Geek preview list, but it seems like as soon as I make one of these lists or one of these videos, the next day something I'm looking forward to comes out, or I won't know about it until even the show starts when a publisher's like, "Hey, we're here, and this is the games we have."
Hmm.
So, as of today, this is my top 10 anticipated games. There's sure to be others.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's get started. What do you think?
sure.
Okay. So starting, let's see here. Let's switch the screen. There's Gen Con.
Hmm.
You'll be there.
Yes, I will.
Okay. And Grayson will be there too.
Yeah. He's
So,
working with us at Restoration
yes.
yet again.
More on that later. Okay. So, my first honorable mention is going to be this pagan expansion.
Yes.
This is, I believe, a small expansion, like one of the deck of card expansions. It uses the gloom from the Beyond the Palisades expansion, which I believe is the first one that uses that mechanism. There's not a ton of information about it. You can look at this picture here. Yeah, it is a small box. Um,
It doesn't look like the clamshell box that
no,
this
but this
started.
could be like this is February 24. This picture went up because I know this game is released in another language, right?
Okay.
So this is probably not the capstone version that that picture is of.
I see.
And if you see all the pictures are the exact same picture. So
Hmm.
either way, more cards, more stuff.
Yeah.
There's some sort of mist uh, mechanism because it says you wander through the dark and treacherous lands with the test their limits of their perception. So
Oh,
I don't
interesting.
know, but you need the base game and the Beyond the Palisades, and that's cool that they're supporting that,
Yeah.
continuing on
And
with
we
that,
have both of those. So,
and looking forward to more cards to mess with your witch.
yeah, right. Sure, you're gonna try.
Oh, I'll try. I always try. All right. So my next honorable mention is this game right here called Fratanga.
This already looks like something you would.
But here's the thing. There's a reason it's not on my list, and it's in the honorable mentions. Can you figure it out? But just by looking at this, it
Um,
has a horrific rating. Like so, like oh, like what is a 4.8? Well, that's not good. So yes, look at this cover.
pretty severe, but yeah, look at this cover. Look at this onion ring man. He's
So
great.
yeah, I know. So it's something about it says something about building like a grid of cards, and then there's like a fryer. So you're trying to stay out of the fryer because you see there's like fried
Yeah.
foods, and then like ones are
Hmm.
like chilling on the side.
Yeah. He
So
he. This French fry looks a little
like he's about to fall in.
like
He's barely hanging on.
yeah, and this one's chill. So
So hilarious.
yes,
But like the rating
is terrible. Yes,
is awful. And it has
right.
31 ratings already somehow.
But it's a Devere, and they
I
do
know. I
it.
know. So
Oh,
this would have made my list had it not been for that
mm.
horrific rating.
But we're still gonna look at it.
Yeah, like I'm still extremely curious about something so bizarre.
Yes.
Okay. Then my last honorable mention. This almost made my list. This is a trick-taking game called No Loose Ends. Is a re-implementation of a Japanese trick-taking game called Shut the Books. Like
Hmm.
I had the opportunity to get Shut the Books at some point. I never did.
Okay.
It's one of those ones where you have to predict your tricks. So I don't know how well that always works or how well I good I am at this.
Well, this doesn't look like typical Saibapu art.
It does not, which is cool because I think she's kind of been doing that lately, like
Yeah.
things that you don't know or heard. But
Yeah.
yeah, like she did the art for this. It's probably good.
Hmm.
It just missed the list. It's like it would be my number 11. No loose ends. A trick taking game.
Yeah. Interesting. What is that one from Cosmos that came out a year ago or 2 years ago that was a trick taking game and there was a traitor?
A trader?
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure.
Ugh. I played it at Gen Con, but
Oh,
Inside Man or something?
inside job maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But this is what this
But
is a
is this
okay.
not like that or?
No, because this is a because it says It's like a bank heist. It says win. I don't know. Because
Mm,
it does say it's a trick-taking game which players use cards from their hand to bid, carefully planning their heist. So it's a trick-taking game with that extra wrinkle.
okay. The art and everything reminds me of
Okay,
that
I don't
too.
think it's
So
anything like that.
no, probably
All
not,
right,
but it
so
reminds me of
my number 10 is this game called Fountains.
it. Okay.
This is a game from the op.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily something super original. As you're building fountains, and it's a tile laying game. And I like tile laying games where you're just. I assume you're trying to make scoring type conditions with fish and coins and lily pads. It
Mhm.
says, but check this out.
Yeah, I'm
This is
already looking
this
and
is
I
why
get
it's interesting because look at these tiles.
yeah, those are super
These
cool.
circular stacking tiles are super cool.
Yes, it's very interesting.
It looks like that's a scoreboard, but yeah, like the way these tiles stack is super cool, and that's what attracted me to this.
Right. As long as you don't have to count a bunch of things, because Pastel
Yes,
hates.
that's true. I don't. I mean, I don't know, but
We'll have to look at it.
I'm intrigued by the way that looks.
Yes.
I believe it says there is open drafting, rondelle, and tile placement. Yeah, so cool,
Yeah, I
cool
like that
looking for sure.
the tiles look really cool.
Yep,
Yeah, for sure.
yep. I think that's
That must be the rondelle part.
the rondelle, maybe where you're drafting your tiles. Yeah. Okay. So that's why it's at number 10 because maybe
Hmm.
it's nothing gameplay wise we haven't already played, but very intriguing looking.
Okay.
Okay, so my number 9 is okay. So of course I had to put something very strange on here
Yeah.
because of me. This is called Guessocracy Roll and Vote. It is a
Huh.
Japanese game by Hobby Japan.
This is a very busy cover.
This is a okay. Here, let's look at it. This is a party game
Okay.
where the dice are rolled into a box.
Yeah.
It says you have like 3 seconds to look at them,
Oh.
and then it gets covered,
Oh.
and then you have to like it says something about like the majority wins, but you have to say like I think there are a majority of sixes in there,
Oh.
and then like people can like object to that or agree with that. That's that sort of thing. I don't. It just sounds really strange. They call it a party game.
It is sounding very strange
So let's see. I think there's a picture. That's just a picture of dice in the
in the box.
box.
There are multiple sizes of
There is, so I
dice.
think it's tricky, right? Because you get like
Mm.
3 seconds to look at it and try to figure out where the majority is or something
Right.
like that.
I'm looking at that and I'm like, I don't. Ones?
So,
Like,
but I think
they
a
put
lot.
ones in that one?
I think that's the that's what it looks like when it's covered.
Wow.
So I think there's a little bit of like maybe negotiation almost, where you're trying to convince people that this is the majority of the dice or the dice faces or something like that. It just seems really unique and like it might be fun,
Hmm.
right? I don't
Hmm.
know for something that's really kind of out there. So that's my weird pick for this
I
for
see.
this list. That's called Guessocracy. Roll and vote.
I see.
I think there was I don't know where this is from. It might be Tokyo Game Market where they had a nice big banner on it. So
Yeah, nice.
and if Hobby Japan is there, they might have some other interesting games too. But this
Yeah.
is the only one that really caught my eye.
I always like looking at their booth.
Yeah.
So.
So yeah, that is my number 9. Guessocracy Roll and Vote. Okay. So my number 8 is this game called Trinket Trove.
Okay, the cover is
Have you seen
adorable.
this one yet? Okay, look how cute this is.
That is so cute.
It is a let's see here. Let me go back here. You're playing mousies
Yeah.
and you're collecting and trading trinkets to like decorate your I don't know your what does it say?
Home?
Your burrow. That's the word
For
they use.
okay.
It says it is a open drafting set collection turn order auction. So drafting
Mm-hmm.
like draft from a
Mm-hmm.
display probably. Um, let's look at some more pictures here because it is super duper cute. These are some of the trinkets you can get.
Oh, yes.
Little bells and shells
Symbols
and
and
battle caps and stuff like that.
yeah.
Here's some of the little mousy
Oh
characters.
goodness. Oh, his
I
name
know,
is Gouda. Oh,
I know, it's super adorable.
Nimbus looks like the one from the older one from Mice and Mystics.
Okay, sure.
I don't remember his name, but
But yeah, it looks like maybe there's a set collection element based on how many you have or how many different.
sure.
I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is it's super adorable.
It is.
Looks like a card
Oh,
back.
the card
I
backs
know,
are adorable.
I know. And there's the back of the box too. So it looks super cute.
It is. I'm already in love.
So that looks cool. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, all right. So my number 7 is more of a game just for me because it is a one-player game, and it is called Escape from the Moon.
Okay.
This is it has a 2023 date on it because I think it was a Japanese game that's being reprinted.
Okay.
Um, this is a solo deck building type game, I believe is what it says here. Yes, just says solo solitaire. Mechanism solo solitaire.
Hmm.
That doesn't help. But it gives me a little bit of vibes of like Karen and the Pirate Island.
Okay, which is one of your favorite
So
solo
it says
games.
this is the Spanish version. I'm not sure what kind of playmat they're using there, but
Uh,
let's go to so that those are the kind of vibes it gives me, right? Where there's you have to escape from the moon.
yeah,
I don't know, and I think the art is really cool.
yeah.
Uh,
It's minimalistic.
it is very minimalistic. I think this is something that's right up my alley.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a solo quick. I think it's a deck builder, but now I'm
Mm-hmm.
not seeing that, so I don't. Maybe I'm remembering that wrong. But this looks like something that I would have a really good time with,
Cool.
like my type of solo game.
Yeah.
So that's Escape from the Moon, my number 7. All right, my number 6 is a re-implementation of a game that came out last year that was it on my list? If it wasn't on my list, it was definitely had my interest and we never got it.
Okay.
And this is called Scream.
Yeah.
This is from Bezier Games.
Okay.
This is the re-implementation of Scram, which had like a camping kind of theme,
Okay.
which is essentially uses the golf mechanism. Do you remember playing golf where you had like the we played it with Mike and Lisa one time. This is okay, many years
No.
ago. Okay, so where there's like a grid of cards and some are face down and you're trying to I don't remember exactly try to get them in order or something like that. But this has a that's cute. This took
Yeah.
the camping critter theme and made it like now it's nighttime and spooky.
Mm-hmm.
So
What
this
can you, what does this go back to?
this
Yeah. I feel like I know what that cryptid is, but I can't think of what this is off the top of my head. So it's bothering me, but go on.
I don't know. Yeah, so I think this is going to have to be a must buy right here
Yeah.
because of the theme and the it looks cool and again I was interested in Scram I just never got it. I heard good things about it
Mm-hmm.
and now it's got a scary theme.
I always like visiting the Bezier booth, so
Yeah, so I think this is when you're going to have to grab
all
for
right.
sure. Okay. So then my number 5 is a 1 to 2 player game.
Oh,
I think it's 1 player or 2 player co-op card game, and that is called Ace of Spades. So they changed the cover of this.
okay.
Somewhere on here is the original cover, but I believe that art is inside the box now.
Is it that one?
Yes, it's right there. Yeah, there it is.
Is
So
it
I don't.
Demon Lemon?
So I don't know exactly what's happened, but there may have been a issue with putting him on the cover of the
I
game.
see.
Like maybe it didn't 100% get approved,
I see.
but
Somebody objected.
either way, supposedly it's still in the like on the rule book or something.
I
So like it's
see.
still in the game. This is some sort of like okay, hold on. Let me
Well, there's card faces. I
yes,
see.
correct. So it says it's like a dueling like poker type game.
Okay.
Um it says channel your magic through poker plays to take out Lord Overkill's minions one by one and descend into hell itself to duel the monster who ruined your life. So
Cool.
like it's a single player or 2 player co-op.
Okay.
So I can just crank up a Motorhead playlist
Yeah.
and play this game because that sounds really
Yes.
fun. So
Absolutely.
super looking forward to it. This is going to be a must buy for sure.
Okay. And this is another Devere one.
This is Devere, correct?
All right. Looks like I'm going to their booth too.
So yeah, I definitely need this. 100% need Ace of Spades.
Okay.
Um, hopefully it's fun. It sure looks fun. It sure sounds fun. And you know what? I'm gonna make it
Yeah.
fun. So, all right. So my number 4 is another trick taking game. The other one wasn't technically on the list, and the reason that is on here because this is Soda Jerk.
Ah, the Christie game.
Yeah, so this was designed by Chris Yee of the Dice Tower and with Sai Beppu art.
Of course.
It's one of the all play like small box games, which I really enjoyed. I'm not sure how much everyone else enjoyed
I like
because I really liked Rainbow and I really liked what was the other
Prey.
Prey. Yep, I
Yeah.
really like those two.
Hmm.
So I'm imagining this is going to be kind of like that. It says carefully manage your hand to serve delicious beverages while being a jerk to others.
Oh, those blueberries look so cool if you click on the card art.
Yeah. So remember how how I was a jerk to you in Rainbow?
Yeah.
Can't wait to do it to you here because that was fun for me. I don't know about everybody else.
The
Um,
fruit art is very cute.
yeah, super cool. I think because you're making drinks or whatever,
Of
like ice cream,
course. Ice
smoothies,
cream.
yeah, whatever.
Flavored
Um,
drinks.
yeah. So,
Well, is it soda? Is it flavored
what's it?
soda?
But if you look at the cover, he's got like ice cream.
It might be a root beer float. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Okay. So whatever. Yeah. So small box all play game sounds fantastic. 2 to 4 players. Really looking forward to that, especially because the design. I mean, I don't think the designers designed anything before, but cool dude.
Yeah.
And obviously, Sai Beppu is one of the best artists. So
Yes.
okay, so
I really like her stuff.
my number three um is okay. Well, it's called Last Lantern. This is a Wonderful World
Okay.
game. They come out with actually I think they have 3 releases. This is the one that intrigued me the most.
Okay.
Um, this is a cooperative. I think like half type puzzle. It says puzzle, but I think you're building a path. There's the cover.
It's very cute.
Very cute. But then here is like what the game looks like. So I think without communicating,
Mm.
you're having to build you're drafting tiles and
Mm.
placing them to build a path, I believe.
I see.
You see there's a whole big bag of tiles here.
Yes.
I like the stuff that Wonderful World does. They're usually pretty good family weight type games.
Hmm.
Maybe last year's Lone Wolves wasn't so much,
No, that was kind of mean.
but that's okay. Um,
It's fun though.
so super looking forward to this. I like polyominoes.
Yeah.
I like Wonderful World.
Yeah.
Um, cooperative without talking sounds like it could be a fun puzzle to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
So it's cool that they show up there every year,
Yeah.
and they always have something interesting that I enjoy. So
Hmm.
that's Last Lantern. That is my number 3. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So then my number 2. This is another weird one, but it's coming out from Pandasaurus. Okay.
Oh.
This is called 365 Adventures Cthulhu 1926. This is a daily advent calendar. There is also a dungeon version coming out. It says 1 player, but obviously you could play multiple players, right?
Okay.
Um,
I get their emails and I don't even remember seeing
no,
this.
this is the only place I have ever seen this. I think it may have been because it says "Sorry, we are
And
French,"
so
so I think
so
it
it's
might
brought
be a
over by them.
reprint. Yeah, like they
But
brought it over.
still, they've been announcing games
Crazy,
like
huh?
every week before
It's
Gen
listed
Con.
here. It says 2025, so I'm assuming it's a 2026 calendar. Um, Yes, because it says, yeah, like, a unique experience that combines a calendar and an adventure game, allowing you to embark on a cosmic year-long investigation every day.
That's
Um,
actually pretty
it
cool.
says you need only 5 minutes maximum each day to play.
All right.
And it says there's secrets and there's like monthly scores that you keep track of. Obviously, you're not going to see a lot of pictures of this, but this is what it looks like, I guess. That shows
Hmm.
January 2026.
Nice.
That sounds like something like 5 minutes a day. Come home from work, play that, and if
Mhm.
somebody wants to help me with it or whatever,
Yeah.
cool.
Absolutely. And if you have that goal of playing a game every day in
Yeah, this will do it.
2026, there
This,
you go.
as long as you're keeping up on it, yeah, this will do it. Yeah,
That's
because
actually pretty cool. Yeah.
well, so that's just Pegasus Spiel. I thought it was Pandasaurus.
No, it
Maybe
has the Pandasaurus logo
you're
there.
right. It
So
does.
so
So
it
that's
says sorry we are French and 2 more. So it looks like it's been brought over by a couple more.
yeah. Sorry, we were French
Mhm.
Pandasaurus and Pegasus Spiel. That's weird. So
So I'll figure out who has it at Gen Con.
I think it was listed under Pandasaurus in the preview.
Okay.
But yeah, and then like I said, there's also like a dungeon crawly one, but the Cthulhu one looks fun.
Yeah.
So it looks like there's dice too. So
Hmm.
yeah, uh, a unique concept that I'd be curious to play. Apparently 365 times next year. That's a lot of plays.
It is.
Okay, so my number 1 is another more obscure game. This is a game called The Wondrous Museum.
Okay.
Okay, so This is designed by Zonger.
Yes, I
Who
know the
obviously,
name.
he did things, some of our favorite games like Vegetable Stock
Oh yes.
and Taiwan Night Market.
Ah yes.
So I
Yes.
believe there was some sort of like a contest because you see it says re-implemented
By
by
Mini
Mini
City.
City. So, but I think this re-implements Mini City. Okay, because it was a game that he designed and printed a few copies of,
Mm,
but used AI art, so he was not able to sell it like at the Tokyo Game Market.
I see.
But Jay from Cardboard East got a copy, and he said it's one of the best engine building card games he's ever played.
Really?
So it's been picked up. Obviously, has new art because that's I can
Yes.
show you what Mini City looked like. Pretty generic, right? And it just
Mhm.
had like these little AI art,
Yeah.
whatever. Self-published. I don't think, and it says good games on there, but I
Hmm.
don't know that many of those copies existed. So anyway, the new version is a museum,
Awesome.
and I've only heard good things about it. It's an engine building tableau builder type game, card game. That's all I know.
Who's gonna have it?
So it says Broadway Toys. So again, that's another Japanese company.
Okay.
So
I'll figure out where they are.
so Broadway Toys, they might also have some interesting games.
They might.
Let me look here. It says hand management, income, set collection, solo solitaire, variable setup. All right, but it's not a solitaire game. It is 1 to 5 players.
Mm.
I think the other original one may have only been 1 to 2 or something like that. So it's been expanded out. So I like the designer. I've heard good things about the original version of this. This is definitely a game that I must own.
Hmm.
So that's my number one,
Awesome.
the Wonders Museum.
Looks fun.
Okay, so that wraps up my list. Let's look at some ones that Missy picked.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one you are looking forward to is Cat in the Tower.
Yeah.
Tell us about Cat in the Tower.
I don't really know much
Okay,
about Cat in the Tower. I liked the cover. I remember Jay from Cardboard East talking
yes,
about it, and I know that it was picked up by Arcane Wonders.
yes. So this is a dexterity stacking game
Right.
where I think it uses cards, right? Is that what I'm seeing here?
I mean, it looks to be
Yeah,
cardish.
but the trick is they're slightly different sizes.
Yes.
Like they're not exact. Like that's a crazy tower right there.
It is a crazy tower.
So not everything is exactly the same size, so it gets a little wobbly.
Right. My thinking is it's more like Rhino Hero, but with more game
Okay,
added in.
sure.
Which I mean, we always played our own version of Rhino Hero anyway. But
Well, I mean, played it mostly right.
yeah, but yeah, I want to
This
check
is
it
a
out for.
cooperative game, it seems.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay,
this says
interesting.
players work together
Together to build.
with other players' help. So I think you're trying to move the cat to the top of the tower, right?
Yes, I
So
think so. And I definitely will
yeah,
head over to Arcane Wonders, give all them a visit, and play with us.
so it looks a little bit like even like Super Battle, where there's like other
Yeah.
things on here that could throw the balance off.
Yes. But or it could help if we're doing co-op there. It
Uh,
looks like you could help the balance by putting something heavier on
maybe,
each side.
yeah.
We'll see.
Um, it says 2024, but I think that's because it came out last year at like Tokyo Game Market or whatever. And it says re-implements Babel too, so there must have been a different version of it. But this is the current version
Mm-hmm.
and the version that's being released at Gen Con.
Correct.
Cool. So the next one you chose was Class of '89.
Yes. This is gonna be a demo.
Yes, it says 2026 on there.
Yeah. At Paverson, and both Libby from Box Meeples and Tim Chuan were talking about it,
Okay.
and it piqued my interest because one, I was on the yearbook.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. Are you on the
I
yearbook?
was on the yearbook, yes.
I believe that's what you're doing, correct?
Yeah.
You are designing a yearbook spread.
Yes. And I believe there's like you have to place things in, and they
Cool. All right. There's no other pictures in this.
no,
Only picture on
I
it.
see. I from what Tim was saying, there is placement and possibly connections, so what you place could do something from something else.
Sure.
So I'm interested to get a demo of that and see what's going on because, like I said, yeah, I was on the yearbook and I had to.
You're not the class of '89.
No,
Mm.
99.
So yeah, neither was I. So
No.
a little before my time. But yeah, again, that's just a demo. I don't. Do you think they'll have a playable demo or just like showing it off because there's nothing, no information here. So
No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they'll have something there. That's Libby said. So
okay,
because I believe she said on her list, Corey Jordan had something else completely. So
okay. Well, curious to hear more about it then
yeah,
in the future. All right. So then the last one you chose is I think one that's making a lot of people's lists, and that is Tea Witches.
yeah. Um, I know that the op has been, putting out. You had the fountains
Fountains
one
was an
was the
op
op.
game, yes.
Like, do we need another tea
I know. Do we need
game?
another like serve customer recipe fulfillment type game? But I mean, but this one looks a little more involved
Yeah,
because
I
there's
know
a
there's worker placement with your pets going to get ingredients
yeah,
for
right.
you.
Which
Um, and it does look interesting, and I like the games that the op has been putting out lately. Last year they had Stock Exchange and Gnome Hollow,
mhm,
even though we never finished our game of Gnome Hollow.
mm,
But this does look very interesting, and I definitely want to check it out.
yeah, it looks super cute. I really like the art.
Yeah, the art is great.
Um,
I think it's the same person as Flamecraft, if I remember
okay,
what
I'm
people
not
were
100%
saying.
sure on that, but
I could be wrong, but I believe that's the case.
um, sure we have a lot of recipe fulfillment ingredient type making recipe type games, but they're fun.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
it's a type of game we like.
Yes, it is.
So yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty popular one.
Yeah, probably. I'm interested knowing how the op set up their booth last time with a huge Gnome Hollow
Oh,
design. I'm
okay.
wondering if they're going to
Do you
do.
think this will be the big release?
I'm wondering because like it would be fun to have their booth set up
Yeah, I
and
can see that.
designed in that. I
Yep,
could see that happening.
yep, I can see that too.
So there's one that I guess you probably are already planning, so you're not anticipating the final girl
Oh,
shriek.
okay. The thing with the final girl is those are the single boxes, and I'm going to wait until they
Oh,
release the big box
I
and get them all at
see.
once. So I'm not buying them individually. I'm going to buy them. Was it
Shriek.
Shriek?
I think so because it's the Scream set.
Correct. Yeah, there it is. Like I said, yeah, I'm going to wait until I get the big box.
Yeah,
That's why it's not on my list.
I see.
And then get the whole collection. I'd rather do that than right because we saw this on the Box Meeples channel where
Yeah,
there's where there's hidden stuff
yeah,
like hidden.
which is cool.
Yeah, that's cool. So
Well, wait, go to back to the main page.
uh, yes,
I was just looking at.
and it takes place at a board game convention too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which is it's also
So I
fun.
mean, I guess it's an honorable mention. I'm going to get this at some point when they do the
Hmm.
crowdfunding for the entire box.
Yeah.
That's my plan.
There's another one that I was thinking about because I already kickstarted it, but I'm definitely gonna
Oh,
go check out the
I don't.
demo
I don't
from
remember.
Brother Ming Games.
I don't remember seeing that on the.
Oh, this is not the correct one, I don't
Uh,
think.
no, I don't know what that is. I don't. I didn't even see that on the list.
Yeah, this one, the Froggy board game.
I see. It has a different name. That
That one.
is that coming out?
No, he has demos.
Okay.
Yeah, it. I kickstarted it,
Okay.
so I will be getting
Okay.
it, but I can actually go look at the game, um, there
Those
at his booth.
those
So.
little yelly frogs with swords.
Oh, but
Adorable.
like there's you haven't even seen all the little guys. They're so cute. I'm very excited about all the little guys.
Cool. Well, so that wraps up. I don't know how many games did we talk about. My goodness, 16, 17, 18. Almost. It was almost 20 games in a
Yeah.
top 10 list. So bonus.
Bonus. Yeah, and if you are going to Gen Con, please come say hi to me and
Yeah.
Grayson at booth 1731 Restoration Games. We will be selling Battle Legends Volume 3. It didn't make it to Origins, but it is available now, and you can come get it from us. Maybe it's on your anticipated list.
Yeah, maybe. I
And
hear it's a good set.
well, yeah, my friend Gary designed Loki. Um, So if you're interested in more anticipation, Restoration has a announcement event on Friday the 1st at noon that you can get tickets for. And I know what the announcements are, and they're
It's pretty exciting because I know too. Shh, I said nothing. But yeah, that's a big like it's like a panel event of announcements of upcoming stuff.
and you should definitely check it out.
Exciting things coming from Restoration Games
Yeah.
in the future. So, well, I guess that's it.
Yep.
I think we've talked long enough here. And again, if you're going to Gen Con, say hi to Missy and Grayson. I will not be there. I'll be sitting at home
With the
and
cats.
with the cats and the dog and my job. And it is what it is. But they will be going there with this list, and I'll have Grayson running all around trying to find these games. So, all right. Well, I guess that's going to wrap it up, and we'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.
Bye. There's the cat.